Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. Welcome back to Knuston Farm. Man, today's Friday for me. It's Saturday for you. Saturday is normally American Truck Sim Day. I recorded an American Truck Sim video this morning. I didn't like it, I have to say. I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. It's no good. I haven't deleted it yet. I might save it and post it Sunday or something, but I really didn't like it. And it's just been kind of an odd day. It's been an odd week for me. Not the best week. Like I said, in the last Farm Sim video, I got some news this week that's been, I'm processing it, you know. It's not, I don't get into really anything personal on the channel. I try not to. Nothing personal, no politics, nothing like that. But it's just got me a little off my game. And that video today was not good. And I thought, what always works? Well, Farm Sim always works. And I realize I've been spamming you a bit. It's not my intention, but it's been working out that way. And in fact, let's get rolling. Enough talking. Let's get to rocking. The best thing about this farm is we can use every piece of gigantic equipment we've ever wanted. Ever. Running duals on everything. We are running the Homer Terra variant. Running this big thing. Every big piece of kit, I'm not kidding, that we've ever wanted to run. This map is the place for it. So yeah, let's get to it. And I'll tell you a couple things about YouTube, which is not the problem, by the way. That's not, I didn't get any kind of information or notice about YouTube. And I'm not teasing you. I'm not being coy when I say that. It's not something I want to talk about, but I will let you know that it's been an odd week for me. So yeah, YouTube. When I started doing this a little bit over a year ago, I just saw videos that I liked, that I enjoyed, that I watched. And I said, I want to do that. I want to, whoa. I just ran right into that thing. What did I hit it with? Invisible barrier. Right. I saw videos that I liked. I thought, let me see if I can do that. I wonder if I can do that. I bet I can do that. Maybe I can do that. You see what I'm getting at. And I've spent a year figuring it out. You know, it's a trial and error process. It's very cool. I recommend it to anybody. If you like watching YouTube videos, make some. It's really cool. And that's not like a trap or anything like, oh, you try it. I don't mean it that way. I mean, seriously, try it. It's fun. It's really fun. And what I love about it is you can look stuff up. You could watch stuff on YouTube about making YouTube videos. Bottom line, you got to figure it out yourself because everybody's system is different. Everybody's content is different. You really do have to like figure this stuff out yourself. And that is really, really cool. Trial and error. I like that. And as I've been doing this, what I've learned is I don't want to drive on their crop. I don't want to drive on my crop. You know what? What if I this is the downside of big equipment. If I put this here, I know I'm going to have to crush just a little bit, but I'm trying to crush a minimum. Right. I think this will work. If we back right up in there, don't hit anything. There we go. Almost perfect. Love it when it works out like that. Now, I swear, the longer you leave a header on a trailer, the more cuckoo bananas it goes when you take it off. And, like always, I heard if you back up a little bit, it sort of pops it off the trailer. So let's back up as far as we can and stay in the trigger. A little too far. There we go. Ready? Here we go. A little too far. Ready? Here we go. All right. Well, that wasn't terrible. I got to get that thing out of there. Let's do this. Let's do this. Carefully. I didn't forget what I was talking about. I'm still with you. Right. Do we want to put this on a worker? Yeah, I think we almost have to. Can we? No, we cannot. Okay. When I try to bring up the worker menu, it just goes straight to work. Okay. So let's, I guess we'll do a little manually. All right. All right. Now something else that I've noticed is I have the don't drop the header automatically mod. So normally when you fire up your combine harvester, it starts the, I don't know, what would you call that? The mechanism, the pump, the blower, whatever, the thing, and it drops the header. There's a mod you can get that prevents the header from automatically dropping. You have to drop it manually. I have that mod active, but on this particular combine harvester, it does drop the header automatically. So perhaps that's the reason why we also can't use the advanced helper, or the advanced AI, I think it's called. Anyway, what was I talking about? Right, making YouTube videos. So I like chill videos. I like what I think of as like a story mode, right? Long play where each video kind of leads to the next one and each video begins with the last one, and I really like that. And something that's been really challenging for me and something I've really been focused on is making interesting content. And that, I think, might be the hardest part, like the technical stuff, you know, getting a good render, 1080p, 60 FPS, file sizes, editing, right? Getting my sound working properly, getting a good microphone, cakewalk, all that stuff. In comparison, that was, I have to say, kind of easy. Kind of easy because, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's more linear, right? It's more fixed, for lack of a better word. That's a thing. You know, you go on Amazon, you buy yourself a Blue Yeti. Moment, please. There goes my voice, which has been behaving, oddly enough, really well lately. I haven't been losing my voice 10 minutes in like I used to. But anyway, that's linear stuff, right? But the actual quality of the content, like what I'm trying to do here, that's the tricky part. I think it's because it's a little bit more esoteric, maybe, you know, non-linear. It's more subjective. It's tricky. And when I was watching that video today, I wouldn't say it was a downer. I mean, I was, like I said, in kind of a sour mood anyway. But when I was watching the video this morning, reviewing it before I started editing, I realized, like, yeah, this really isn't doing anything. This isn't, you know what I mean? It's not advancing the story. It's not particularly compelling, you know? And it's not, I'm not like upset about it or anything. It's just like, no, that's, my audience deserves better than that. And you do. I'm not being clever when I say that. You really do. So thinking about spamming you with farm videos and thinking about the quality of that truck vid and thinking about how I don't do race videos on the channel anymore. I was for a while. Early days, that was probably a quarter of the content. And the reason I gradually got away from it is I realized how incredibly difficult it is to make a good race video for YouTube. It really is, to make it interesting, to make it exciting, to make it something that is worth you watching, right? And I know there are YouTubers, I see them. I see YouTubers and I watch their videos and it's like, I suspect that this massive audience you have is here because you're you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool, man. And a lot of these people are making a nice living. But I feel sometimes like you get a certain momentum and it gets to a point where people will watch anything that certain YouTubers do. And they'll love it. And they'll defend that YouTuber. They'll go to bat for them. You leave Britney alone. You know, that kind of thing. And I'm not there yet. I feel like the only reason people would watch a video that I make is the quality and what it gives them, what it does for them. So when I saw the video today and then thinking about the racing videos and everything else, I thought, yeah, I'll just make a farm video. And then as I got started making this, I thought, oh man, I hope this isn't more of the same. I hope this isn't more just, you know, I don't want to say boring, but kind of repetitive. Now, to be fair, you need to be a little bit repetitive in YouTube. You need to be a little bit repetitive in any form of entertainment because people want to know approximately what they're going to get. They may want to see a new variation on something that they're used to. But like when you go to see a band, right? You got your favorite band. You got all their iTunes. You got all their records, 8 tracks, however it is you like to get down. You go to see that band live, and there are certain songs you expect them to play, right? And when I talk about, you know, people want to see something different, not that different, You know, you go to see your favorite band, they come out, start playing, you know, banjos or mandolins or something. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's different, but that's not, I don't like that. So you got to find that perfect balance between being different, too different, just different for difference sake, and being repetitive, and everything is kind of the same and boring. So that's where I'm at right now. I guess that's the best way to say it. Is I'm trying to strike that balance where every episode is something that it's worth tuning in for. And it's not that I'm tricking you, you know, it's not, you know what I mean? Not you see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get you to watch just to get you to watch. I'm trying to make something good that you want to watch. And as I'm reviewing videos, as I'm, you know, going over some of this stuff, part of me is like, this is really hard, man. It's harder than it looks. This is probably the hardest part of YouTube, at least for me so far, is to make it interesting and to make the content itself worth watching. So that's what's been on my mind. Like I said, it's been an odd week, and it's been kind of a sour day for me. So I've been a little introspective, a little philosophical, like I get. But Farm Sim, I'm glad I got Farm Sim working. I really am. And this map in particular has been fighting me. I keep losing my save games, and there's something weird now with Farm Sim. I was on FS19 on a serial number. I am on Steam now for FS19, and it's like there's this weird thing going on with Steam where it synchronizes your game, and you can delete a game and then it comes back. But if you lose a game and back it up, it's like it synchronizes over the backup game and uses the synchronized game that was lost. So basically it deletes your game after you recover one. I've had a hell of a time keeping Knuston running. I think now, initially I thought it was courseplay, and it may still be, but I think there is also something going on with this map has a multi-terrain angle, and I keep seeing a Lua error. If I can grab my tilde quickly enough as I'm loading the game, I can sometimes catch a Lua error for ground state, checking ground state returning nil value, and that makes me think, I could be wrong about this. This is perfect, by the way. We're at 98% after one trip around. That works. I will take that. What do we need to do? Well, we're on the right side of the field, so that's a bonus. We need to back up here and get out of the way. There's not really going to be enough room there. Let's do this. Let's set the brake. I'm going to leave this running because it's hot. It's been working. And we need to run as though we are being chased by the devil himself. We got to run over here. Let's get our smallest tractor and get that header trailer out of the way. And then we're going to jump in our new John Deere 9. The fun thing about this map is we can use any kind of ridiculous equipment we want. I'm super happy about that. And I don't know that I'll continue, but it is fun to, it's just fun to do something different now and then. You know, it really is. And I've been playing, for me, relatively small equipment. I know for some of the people that I MP with, they're in, 150 horsepower or less, and I love that. That is totally cool. But for me, I'm like, could we push it to like 160? Could there not also be 170? So I'm always pushing the limits, and to me, that equipment is still pretty small. But I know to some sim farmers, my equipment is just massively oversized. So it's fun to be on a map where massively oversized fits just right, not a problem at all. Now, I will say we have one combine harvester, and we've got this field that we just made the headland on. We have that field. We have another just about the same size. And then we have a field that is about probably 20% as big. Now, if we can... Oh, it's a dolly trailer, but it's got those I don't know, what are those, like torsion bars? So it's kind of helping itself steer. If I can just get it back far enough without jackknifing it, I can pull down the headland. No, turn. Come on. There. Oh, there it is. No, too far. Opposite lock. Come on. Oh, God. Oh, right. Pretty sure I just pulled forward and then pulled back in exactly the same radius. Oh, game, I love you. If I could see a couple things in this game, like if Giants called me and was like, Ill Will, we got your email. Please help us. What do? I would tell them, shh, you didn't see nothing right there. You didn't see a single thing. Everything is fine. I didn't crush any crop. I would tell them that maybe some semi-transparent bounding boxes or arrows or lasers on things like bales and pallets and on the end of pallet forks. Like, just picture it in your mind. A couple of, for lack of a better word, like very, very faint lasers coming out the front of the bale spikes on a front loader, or the pallet forks on a telehandler. Picture it in your mind. You see what I'm talking about? And you could use those laser pointers to line up, picking up bales, things like that. You could see where the spikes were going to go in. You could see if they were level to the ground. And of course, this would be something you could turn on and off. But I would love to see that. I would also love to see native auto load. But I'd like to see a compromise, not a full auto load. That essentially you would need to get your bale spikes into a trigger in the bale. And when you got it in there, you know, pretty close, then it would not necessarily jump, but sort of clip to the bale fork or whatever, the bale spike, the pallet fork, whatever. And then when you got to your trailer or wherever, there was another soft target, soft trigger. And as you got close to that one, it would move from the bale spike to the trailer. So, and again, these are things you could turn on and off. So if you didn't want to use that, you don't have to. That's cool. But it would be there if you wanted it. And I think, for me, same with logs, you know, same with a lot of stuff. That would be something that I would add. Something else that I would add would be, carefully, clipping through this little cell tower over here. I'm from America. We say cell tower. Right. Beautiful. Something else that I would like to see are tram lines. Imagine this field with some beautiful tram lines in it. And again, something you can turn on and off. Hang on, I'm going to have a sip of my Diet Coke. Something you could turn on and off. And for me, I mean, I would just bind it to the wheels of something like a sprayer, all right, a pesticide or liquid fert sprayer, so that when you go out to spray for the first time, as you're driving in the field, all right, as you're driving in the field, as in real life, you're crushing the crop and creating little tram lines. Although I think you can also program that in if you have one of them super high-tech drills or planters. You can program it in so it will cut rows. You can do all that with your GPS profile or something. I think I read that. So that would be another thing. I would also, moment, brake is off. Here we go. You want to do another headland? I mean, we know we can get around and be at approximately 100%. Let's do that. Yeah, let's just go one more time around and get to approximately a full tank. I would also like to see some kind of native GPS, which would really, I think, tie in well with tram lines, right? Make it all nice and pretty. And I just think that would add so much to the game, particularly on big fields like this, which I really don't play very often, but they, to me, a big field like this just absolutely needs tram lines. Would love to see that. What was the other thing? It was down here when we were talking about it. Oh, I would love to see a couple lasers, freaking lasers, for backing up. I have seen people back up dolly trailers and do just absolutely incredible things. I don't have that kung fu. I don't. I'm very, very jealous of those people. I want that kung fu, but I don't have it. But I think that would help I mean, as long as I've been playing this game, it's just not anything that I've ever learned. And I wonder, have other people figured it out in time, or is it something, backing up dolly trailers and backing up, for some people, just backing up at all? Is that something people always struggle with? I would love to see a couple little lasers poking out there. Just to give you an idea, just like the backup camera in your car, that as you turn the wheel without moving, the little lasers move to show you where the trailer is going to end up. And of course, you could turn it on and off. I think that would be fantastic. And I don't know how hard it is to code those things, but I don't know. It's just, I don't want to say it's not a priority for Giants, but it's not a priority for Giants. That seems to be a different direction they're going in, and that's totally cool. That's totally cool. In the meantime, I got 19 working after not having much success right out of the box. I did get it working, and I've got several really good maps going right now, and this Knuston map it's different, and that's something I'm really enjoying about it, and the big equipment. Because I feel like I'm getting all the big equipment out of my system right now, because I'm using like the biggest of the big, and I know when I get back onto Holzer map, when I'm in there working with the much smaller equipment, when I'm on Meadow Grove, hopefully we'll be on this weekend in MP. It's just nice, it's just nice to have that small, I don't want to say intimate. Is that the right word? Yeah. It's more, it's more, maybe not realistic, but it's more appropriate, I guess. I mean, if I was a farmer, that's the kind of farmer I'd be. I don't see myself on some like multi-million-dollar corporate industrial agriculture property. I see myself more as maybe a little gentleman farmer or something. Right. So we're going to back this up. And here we go. So yeah, this is actually, I wouldn't say that I needed to calm down, but it's been, and then the video, the truck video and everything else, this is very soothing to me. I was never really into drugs, but I will admit I've smoked a little in my day, and I gave that up years ago, but this to me is almost as good as just having a little smoke, taking the edge off, which I suppose I'll do in a few hours with a glass of wine. But in the meantime, yeah, this is, it's very soothing. Farm Sim, well, when it's working, let me clarify. When it's working, Farm Sim can be very soothing. But when it's working is kind of the operative phrase, because, man, and it's the mods. I know it's the mods. And I don't blame anybody but myself. But it's still, can be frustrating. I wonder, well, no, I guess not. I guess it's the game itself that sort of checks that for you. But I was wondering if there was some kind of a mod conflict detector. But all that would really do, I guess, would be analyze your log file and look for the word error. I don't know. I mean, it would help. It would help because you wouldn't have to go through your log file manually. But I don't know if there's, I mean, that's getting into like, you know what I'm saying? That's getting into AI to try to figure that out. I think that's something that we as gamers are much better equipped to do, to just scan through there and do a Control F for the errors, figure it out. It's fun. It's fun when it's a quick or quicker process to find a mod conflict. It's very satisfying too. But it's not always quick, not always easy, and sometimes it's sometimes there is no solution. You never find the culprit. Right. I'm going to square this one off. And did I miss little bits back there? Yeah, I did. Sorry, soybeans. I don't know what an acceptable amount of crop is to lose. When you're operating at this level, every business has, in the United States, we call it a run rate or a burn rate. And it is the average amount of money that you spend per hour, per minute. Depends. And it's usually a combination of, well, everything. In this case, it would be payroll for all your employees. It would be fuel for all your equipment. It would be, you've probably got, farm this size probably has a, I don't know, thousands of dollars a week in maintenance. If you've got your own service department, then you're paying payroll to those mechanics. If you have mechanics coming out from a service company with their work trucks to service your equipment, it would be, I would estimate, thousands of dollars a week. You take all that, you total it up at the end of the year, and then you divide it by your number of operating hours. So if you operated, if your overhead for the year is, I don't know, 400,000, and you operated 1,000 hours, then your burn rate is $1,000 an hour. So as a business owner, as a business manager, supervisor for an operation like this, you know that number off the top of your head because you've had it like drilled into your head at every meeting where your investors or whoever is chewing your ass about how much of your money how much of their money. Yeah, reverse that. They're chewing your ass about how much of their money you're wasting. So you know that number. And when I see little tufts of soybean like that, I think, ideally you catch those on the first pass. But as a supervisor, you would probably tell your workers, you know what, it actually costs us more to go back and get those. Like if it takes 5 minutes to get turned around and gather those up, our burn rate for 5 minutes is whatever, X dollars, and the total value of those soybeans you're going back to grab is less than that number. So leave them. Ideally, you get them on the first pass, but my OCD said go back and get those, but in the interest of realism, I know the bigger an operation gets, in anything, not just in farming, in anything, the bigger an operation gets, the more waste you have. And it may still be only, 0.5% of the total. It's just the bigger your operation gets, the more that 0.5% is in a whole number. Right. You know what? Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Because this thing takes a minute. Down. There we go. This thing takes a minute to empty, which I like. I've used a couple pieces of kit lately where the I don't know what you'd call it, the transfer rate, I guess, like the speed of the pipe is infinity. So 10,000 liters of grain unloads in 2 seconds. I find that to be very unrealistic. I don't know how long it would take to unload 14,000 liters from a combine harvester. I'm guessing at least several minutes. And I wouldn't mind waiting. I wouldn't. There's realism and then there's just being silly. But I feel like at that point we're still in the neighborhood of a realism. I would take that. Right. We've got our MAN truck right here. Now we've also got a dolly. We're going to use the MAN truck because we're taking this, at least some of it. Do we? Yeah, we do. We do have a dolly over there, so we could use one of our tractors, but I think this trailer is going to stay on the farm lane. It's not going into the field, and it's either going into town to sell or it's coming back here to put it in the silo till the price goes up. So I think for now, let's go with this. Right. Hooked up. Here we go. Now I'm thinking where I want to put this. I think, well, it's staying on the road. Let's commit to that. So if we leave this on the road and we take our combine harvester up the side of the road to make one more headland, then we'll have space for our John Deere 9 to get in and dump into this thing. Because once we get that field opened up a little bit, our John Deere 9 is going to be chasing that combine and then running back to the road to dump. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, you see what I mean? We'll bring the combine right up here. Right up here. Okay. So this truck is going to very carefully, going a little fast there, very carefully pull over in the weeds here. not crush any of our neighbor's crop. We can certainly turn that off. It wasn't working very hard. We'll grab our combine harvester, open up the side of the field, and then I guess at that point we can we can't do laps because we don't have advanced helper, but I guess we could just do lengths. Start from the middle, cut a hole down the middle of the field. All right, that's a thing, I've been told. Right, here we go. So we go right over here. We go right up here. And then I guess, yeah, I mean, first pass across the field. Wow, that is a big field. Obviously, we're not going to finish this on camera today. But, yep, I guess we'll just cut right across the center of the field. Now, what I'd like to do then on the other side is make our turn to the left, so we've got the pipe on the correct side. And the reason I want to do that is I don't know if we'll make it back across the field before our tank is full, so I'd like to be able to take the 9R in before it gets to this side of the field and empty it out. And then from there we can chase proper. Right. Yeah, let's just cut right there. And the only compass I can get, I have to open this all the way, because if I just open it that far, the fields are almost white in the minimap, and my compass heading is white. So I gotta go a little big time. I got a big time, yeah. That happens. Right. So we're going here. Let's lift this up. Done. Back it up. And then we just want to go 90 degrees. Right. There's 90. Let's see what we got. Beautiful. Okay, so this is a worker driving right now. That's not me. So I'm going to have another sip of my soda. And we'll just stay with it till we get to the other side of the field. And then we'll force it to make a left turn. And I think at that point, we're going to be, we'll have three tanks of 15,000 into our chaser. So at that point, we can, I guess, take the chaser over to the lorry, dump it, we'll call it. Okay, let's do that. Now, I'm told farmers, when they're driving vehicles, they typically look to the right. They look over their right shoulder and everything is on the right side. And I was looking to the left because I typically make my first headland clockwise, right, to keep my pipe on the left. So I'm looking to the left, not the right. But you know what? Look at this. Look at this screen right here. This thing is all GPSed out. You don't have to look anywhere. You can look behind you. Oh, those graphics. Oh, Giants. I love you. So yeah, I guess everything is on the right, but I just got in the habit of looking to the left. Oh, and look at this poor guy. A little warning sticker right there. Yippee, he says as he falls. How far is that to fall? Let's take a look outside. I say that's a good 8 feet if you fell off that platform. Depending on how you landed and what you landed on, that might leave a mark. For sure. Oh, something else before I forget. I was talking about draw distance and wondering if this map maker had done something with the LOD. I realized, I don't know if they did or not, but because these fields are so big, it's like you can see the draw distance so much more clearly. Whereas on a tighter, more cluttered map, cluttered in a good way, like Holzer map, like Meadow Grove, there's almost less to see as far as distance, and so you don't get that really pronounced draw distance circle. But that's also just part of part of Farm Sim. It's always been, I feel like people have always felt it was kind of, which way we turning? Crazy Ivan, fantastic, we're going the right way. So, are we? Game. We are not. No problem. So we'll go over here, get this started. Where are we at? We're at 50%. I think this is going to work out just fine. And get my compass up again. 270 is what we're after. 270, there it is, beautiful. Get to work. I got the distance just right. Now, I can tell you this about a multi-terrain angle, multi-angle terrain. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay, maybe you don't. On Farm Sim, I guess in base game or base map, the way the base maps are set up, the textures and the workers always move either 0, 90, 180, and 270 degrees, or I think you can add 4 more, like cardinal points, 45, 135, etc. On a and I honestly can't remember if it's multi-angle terrain or multi-terrain angle. But once you add that, the workers on this map will move straight on whatever angle they are on when you start them. We gotta hustle up to get over there. In fact, I don't even know if we're gonna make it before the end of the row. Maybe. I'm gonna go down here and oh, we are feeling the weight. It's not that much weight. There we go. Four-wheel drive helped, which makes no sense. Four-wheel drive in a tracked vehicle, but like we always say, this game ain't perfect. When you have that added as it is in this map, the worker will take off on whatever course you put them on. So if you do one length at, say, 180 degrees, and then your next one is at, instead of 0, which is the perfect opposite of 180, if your next path is like 2 degrees or 358 degrees, the worker will be just slightly off course. I know, I'm coming. The worker will be just slightly off course from where they were last time. Oh, this actually kind of worked out right at the end of the row. Perfect. Wow, this really worked out. Thanks, game. I needed a break today. I needed some good news. So if you are using a we'll just say multi-angle terrain. I don't even know. If you're using a map that has that added by the map maker, be really careful when you set your workers off, because they'll go a little, you know what I'm saying? I love this. Oh, okay. I thought it had stopped to unload the tank and then it was going to make its turn, but it did not. It did not. It just stopped. Okay. No problem. So we're going to hop in here. When this is empty, we'll turn it around, put it back to work right there. We'll tip this chaser into our truck and we'll call it good. And that'll be our episode. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better about this. I really am. I was not happy with that truck video, and of course I'll start the engine. Of course I will. And yeah, you really do deserve better. I've got a great audience. I'm seeing more comments. I'm interacting with more and more people that are coming to my channel, and I do not want to, straight up, I don't want to disrespect you by giving you content that is not the quality that you deserve. So I'm feeling better about this. I know it's a little spammy. We've been doing a lot of Farm Sim videos. So it goes. So it goes. Right. So now let's take this over, dump it in the truck, and we'll call it. It's a nice one right there. Maybe we can go with that. Oh yeah, with a little windmill? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Right. Right up in here. Need that. Brake is off. Let's pull forward. And I guess we could just back up to it because I want to say, yeah, of course. Pipe comes out on that side, so we're good. This is all going to work out as long as I don't ram this thing into, you know what I'm saying? Carefully. Well, that's interesting. I had it just for a second. Where'd it go? Oh, well, it's rocking a little bit now. Hang on. Does this one... So that's that one. What does this one do? There we go. Okay, so it's up all the way. And then this one is our little nozzle. Okay, let's figure this out. Do we need to be further away? Maybe. Yep, that's all it wanted. Right, so now that and that. Just, really? Did it stop again? There we go. So now, if we go over here, what's this one look like? A little better for a thumbnail. Yeah, let's leave it right there. Folks. Thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 19. This is the Knuston farm, and we'll see you next time. Take care now.